Okay, how I have this laid out might be kind of annoying. Here's what we're doing. We're going to do some review examples. Then I've got story problems where I go over two and then you do one problem on the assignment. Then go over two more, do one on the assignment. Two more, one on the assignment. Two more, one on the assignment. It'll make it go easier. Okay, so the first thing we're going to be doing is solving inequalities and graphing the solution. This is 6M3. Okay, we have x plus 7 less than or equal to negative 6. So I know I need my number line. So here's x. It just has a plus. So there's no times, there's no divide. So we just keep the sign the same. So minus 7, we have x, negative 13. So negative 13 is my critical number. It opens towards that number, so it goes this way. So that's less than or equal to x, negative 13. Okay, next we got negative 24 greater than or equal to negative 2x. So between the negative 2 and the x, we don't have a sign, so that means multiplication. I want to circle multiplications because if I have a negative there with the multiplication, which 2 is negative, that sign flips. Then I divide by negative 2 by negative 2. Now don't put x first. X comes after the symbol, so you put it after the symbol, and then negative divided by negative is a positive 12. Now be careful when graphing this. Just because that says less than doesn't mean we go less than. We use a rule. If it opens towards the letter, which it does, it goes this way. So that's actually a greater than or equal to with x and 12. Okay? 12 is less than x, so x is greater than 12. Okay? So if you use those rules, open towards a letter this way, open towards a number, you can't go wrong. Okay, next one, negative 4x plus 6 greater than or equal to negative 18. Okay, so here's the x. We have a times negative 4 and a plus 6. So because we have a times by a negative, we're eventually going to have to divide by negative, so that sign flips. First we have to minus the 6 though. When you're adding, subtracting, just line up the sign, and that's negative 24 and negative 4 times x. Now divide both sides by your negative 4 and you got it. So you got x over here and then 6 over here. So 6, circle, fill it, opens towards a number, so it goes this way. So that's less than or equal to x first, then 6. Next one, 8 greater than negative 5x plus 33. Okay, so here's where the action's at. With the x, you got a times and a plus. So the times is by a negative, so that sign flips in the end. So I subtract 33 from the 8. Line up the sign when you're adding and subtracting. 8 minus 33 is negative 25, and over here we got negative 5 times x. Now I can divide by negative 5. So we have x second, that's behind the symbol, and then that's 5, positive. Now be careful on this one, it opens towards the x, so that's actually greater than. So you put a greater than sign, don't put the line under because you're not filling it in, and then x and 5. So 5 less than x is greater than 5. Okay, next one we have 6x minus 3 less than or equal to 2x plus 17. So you got x's on opposite sides. They're not the same, so you take the one over here out, subtract it from the x over there. So we have 4x minus 3 and then 17. So now my x is over here. It has a times 4 and a minus 3. So the 4 is positive, so that sign will not change. The multiplying operation is positive. We do have to add 3 first before we come down here, so I just, in between, 20, 4 times x, then I divide by 4. We have x before, in front of the symbol, then 5. So 5, critical number. Again, when x ends up behind the symbol, it's actually the opposite of what you see. Okay, but when x is in front, it opens towards a number, it goes this way, so less than or equal to x and 5. Okay, next one. Negative 8x plus 7 is greater than negative 3x plus 42. Okay, x is on opposite sides. They're not the same, so let's take the 1 over here and add it. Because negative 3 is like minus 3. And I added it to the 8x. So drop the sign. Negative 8 plus 3 is negative 5x plus 7, and then 42. Now, x is over here. It's got a times negative 5 and a plus 7. So the multiplying number is negative, so that sign flips. So we subtract 7 first. Then when I'm adding, subtracting, I just make one in between. So that's 35, negative 5 times x. Now I divide by negative 5. X is in front of the symbol. 35 divided by negative 5 is negative 7. So you have negative 7. It opens towards a number, so that would be this way. So it would be less than negative 7. Then the last problem, we got negative 2, quantity x minus 7, greater than or equal to 36. So before we do anything else, we need to apply the distributive property. So negative 2 times x, negative 2x, plus negative 2 times negative 7 is positive 14, because that's a negative. If it has a subtraction, it's a negative. Greater than or equal to 36. So I have x over here. We have a multiplying operation with negative 2, which means that sign switches, and we have the addition of 14. So I have to subtract 14 first. Again, the sign doesn't flip when I'm adding or subtracting, it just lines up. So that's 22, negative 2 times x. Then divide by negative 2, and we have x first, and negative 11. So negative 11 is your critical number, circle and fill it, and it opens to the number, so it goes that way, which means less than or equal to x, negative 11. Okay, now we'll scroll down on the document. Story problems. Example. A club has a goal to sell at least 25 plants for a fundraiser. Club members sell 8 plants on Wednesday, 9 plants on Thursday. Write and solve an inequality that gives the possible numbers of plants the club can sell on Friday to meet their goal. Now you see the word goal highlighted. Goal means greater than or equal to. Now our goal is 25. Now I'm going to label the 25 plants. Okay. Now what other plants do you have? Well, you sold 8 plants on Wednesday. Plus, and then you sold 9 more Thursday, and then Friday we don't know how many we need to sell, so that's x. Okay. All right, so what I'm going to do then to solve this, I'm going to combine these first. So those get combined. That's 17. So you got x plus 17 greater than or equal to 25. And then I make my number line. Okay, I don't even have a times or divide, so the sign will stay the same, and I just minus 17, x is by itself, before the symbol, and 8. So your answer is 8, you circle and fill it, and it opens to the x, so it could be 8 or anything more than 8 to meet a goal, greater than or equal to 8. Okay, next example. The Environmental Club is selling indoor herb gardens for Earth Day. Each member is encouraged to sell at least 10 gardens. You sell 3 gardens. Oh, didn't mean to do that. You sell 3 gardens. Okay, let me reread it. The Environmental Club is selling indoor herb gardens for Earth Day. Each member is encouraged to sell at least 10 gardens. You sell 3 gardens on Monday and 4 gardens on Tuesday. Write and solve an inequality to find the possible numbers of gardens you can sell to reach your goal. There's that phrase, goal. Greater than or equal to. Your goal is 10. 10 gardens. So how many gardens do you have? Well, you got 3. Plus, and that's a constant 3. You wouldn't multiply it by anything. Plus 4 on Tuesday. And then plus x. So essentially the same thing, so 10, we're going to add those two, and that'd be x plus 7, and now I can solve it with the number line. Okay, you just have a plus, so don't worry about the sign changing. So minus 7, that's 3, and that's x. So 3 opens to the x, so it goes this way. So it's greater than or equal to x with 3. Okay, pause the video and do assignment problem number 1. Okay. Then I got, before you go down to number 2, I got 2 more examples for that one too. Okay, I earn $12 per hour at my job. My goal is to earn $400 for the week. Write and solve an inequality that gives how many full hours I need to work to meet my goal. So there's that word goal then. My goal is to earn 400 bucks. Label it please, $sign. Now I see $12, but since it says per hour, we need to times by the hours, so just put H, okay? And now I solve it, okay? You really can't simplify it, you just have the times operation. Since the times is by a positive, the sign will not change, and I just divide by 12. But they want full numbers, not decimals, okay? So watch how I do this. If the symbol is greater than, and you get that decimal, you go up 1 from 33, so do 34. So 34, circle, fill it, opens towards the letters, so again, that's going this way. So H34. Okay, next example. My goal is to earn $500 at my job for the week. I make $15 per hour. Write and solve an inequality to find how many full hours I would need to work to meet my goal. Goal, greater than or equal to. Goal is 500. $500, label it. Now you look for another dollar label, you see $15, but again, that's per hour, so that's times H, which we're trying to figure out. So I set up my number line. You just have the times operation, it's by a positive, so the sign will not change. And then I divide by 15. H comes first, then I take 500 divided by 15. Again, when it's greater than, you go up 1 from 33, so it'd be 34. Don't round it, just go up 1 if it's greater than, you keep it if it's less than. So 34, circle, fill it. And it's opening toward the variable, so it'll be this way. So I have to work greater than or equal to 34 hours to meet my goal. Okay, pause video, do number 2. Okay, next round of examples. I have $50 when I go to a store. I am buying Snickers and 3 Musketeers. Snickers cost $3.99 per bag, and 3 Musketeers cost $4.99 per bag. I know I'm going to buy 8 bags of Snickers. Write and solve an inequality that gives how many full bags of 3 Musketeers I can buy. Now it says the word have. Have means less than or equal to, because you can't spend more than what you have. You can either spend 50 or less than 50. Label it with a $sign. Now what money amounts do we have in the problem? These are a little bit more complicated. Okay, you've got $3.99, but that's per bag of Snickers, okay? So you're going to put times S. Plus, you got another money amount, $4.99, and that's for the 3 Musketeers, so put times capital T. You can use any letters you want, okay? Use the letters they start with. Now, we're allowed then to put 8 bags of Snickers and replace the S with 8. We don't need the S in there anymore. So then I simplify. I need to take $3.99 times 8, okay? That's $31.92. So I simplify that, $31.92. Then we're adding the 4.989 times T. So we have a time, the T has a times and a plus. Now we go solve it. Now the times operation's by a positive, so we keep the sign the same. We have to minus the 392 because it's positive, so it's like a plus. Minus 31.92. minus 3192. Don't go down here yet. We still have to divide later. If you're adding and subtracting, just go between the end. Okay. Then 50 minus 31.92 is $18.08. Then I can divide by 4.99. And now the t variable is by itself. Okay, now stop. This time it's a less than. When it's a less than, you just take the number in front of the decimal, 3. Okay, just keep it there. Don't add 1 to it. You just stay there. So 3. This time it opens to the 3, so it goes this way, and t less than or equal to 3. Okay, next problem. I work 2 jobs. I make $11.25 per hour at Hy-Vee. I make $10 per hour at Baumgart's. My goal for the week is to earn $450. I know I'm slated to work 25 hours at Baumgart's. Write and solve an inequality that gives how many full hours I need to work at Hy-Vee to meet my goal. Okay, so it's kind of the same except it says goal, so we flip the sign to greater than because you can go over a goal. Your goal is $450. So find me a money amount because money is the key total. Well, I see $11 per hour. Now that's per hour at Hy-Vee, so I'm going to put times H, okay? Plus, and there's another money amount, $10 per hour, and that's at Baumgart's, so times B. Now one of those variables I can replace. It says 25 hours at Baumgart's, so I can put 25 in for B, okay? Just scribble that out, put 25, and we perform that operation. Okay, so we have 11.25 times H plus, and then I take 10 times 25, and that's 250. Now I can solve it. H has a times 11.25 and a plus 250. So the sign will not be switching. I have multiplication, but by a positive, so the sign's not going to flip. So first I'm minus 250, minus 250, line up the sign. It's going to be 200, and then 11.25 times H. So then I divide by 11.25. I have H before the symbol. Okay, what do I make of that? Well, it's a greater than sign, so I add 1 before the decimal. It's 18. So H is greater than or equal to 18. Sign opens to the variable, so you got H greater than or equal to 18. Okay, pause the video, do number 3. Okay. Actually use S special for S, so 5S, okay, 5.S, and then 750 times U, okay. You have a number to put in for the S, it'd be 50, okay. So use U for usual, and then S for special. Okay, pause it, do number 3, and then back at you with number 4, how to do that one. Okay, in a community garden, you want a fence in a rectangular vegetable garden. The width of the garden is 12 feet. You have 42 feet of fence. Write and solve an inequality that finds the possible lengths of the garden. So the word have means it's less than or equal to, because you can't go over 42 feet. Now to figure out what you're going to put over here, here's what you need to do when you're talking about a rectangle. Draw a rectangle and put length, length, width, width. And what you're going to set up over here, you're putting this all around. So there are 2 sides labeled L, so 2 times L, and 2 sides labeled W, 2 times W. That's where you start with. Now they give you the width of 12 feet, so I take out W and put 12. So I take 2 times 12. So we got 2 times L. 2 times 12 is 24, and now I can solve for L. we got a times by 2 and a plus 24. The multiplication operation is positive, so that sign will stay the same. First I got to minus my 24 though. So it's 18 and then 2 dot L. Then I divide by 2, L, 9. Okay, so you're there. So 9's the number line. It opens towards a number, so we go this way. So that's less than or equal to, and then L, 9. Length is going to be 9 or less than 9. Can't be negatives, but don't let that mess with your head. Okay, next example. You want to make a rectangular banner with a length of 18 feet. You have 48 feet of trim for the banner. Write and solve an inequality that gives the possible widths of the banner. So you have, okay? Okay, so what do I have? I have 48 feet. Now you're talking about a shape, so draw the shape. You have to wrap it around all the sides, the trim. So that's 2 L's plus 2 W's. 2 times L plus 2 times W. You're timesing them by 2 because there's 2 of each. And then we had the length at 18, so L equals 18. So get the L out of there and put 18. 2 times 18. So I got to take 2 times 18. It's going to be 36 plus 2 times W. Now I solve for W. It has a times and a plus 36. I'll put a plus there so you can see it. So you need to, you're not going to flip the sign because you have a positive 2 as the multiplier. But first you got to add or subtract. So minus 36 from 48. And we have 2 times W over here and then 12 over here. Now I divide both sides by 2 and W less than or equal to 6. So we have 6, and it's opening to the number, so it goes this way. And that's the answer. Okay. Do the next one. Use L and W as your variables. It's a rectangle.